I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance.
Welcome to Morganable, where we serve you with authentic news, stories, documentaries, updates, and modern-style insights on our society and the larger world. And more importantly, about places that fall under the radar of the mainstream media machinery. We invite you to embark on this exciting journey of enlightenment with us. Morganable, your vehicle of enlightenment. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has sworn in 5 newly appointed High Court judges with a promise to continue to strengthen the state judicial administration and deepen justice system. The 5 new High Court judges are Justices Adegoke Olanike Caroline, Bamishe Julius Sunday, Bamidele Ajibare Julius, Akinyede Stephen Rotimi, and Norma Adefunke Helen. Oyebanji at the swearing-in ceremony held at the conference hall, Governor's office, Ado-Ekiti said their elevation was a call to service, having been entrusted with the sacred duty to uphold the Constitution and act without fear, favor, affection, or ill will. Oyebanji affirmed that only the presence of efficient, effective, accessible, impartial, and reliable dispensation of justice can guarantee peace, order, and sustainable development, adding that his administration would ensure that all necessary human and material resources needed by the judiciary are made available at all times. He, however, charged the new judges to remain examples of equity, fairness, and integrity at the highest level, pointing out that the standards of behavior and practice expected of judges are among the highest and most stringent all over the world, as all eyes are on them to effectively dispense justice speedily, with fairness and impartiality.
For there to be an efficient, effective, accessible, impartial, and reliable dispensation of justice that can guarantee peace, order, and sustainable development, we are obligated to ensure that all the necessary human and material resources are made available at all times. As you are aware, Section 271 subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended places a solemn constitutional responsibility on me as the governor to appoint judges of the state high courts on the recommendation of the National Judicial Council. This provision reflects both authority and restraint. It is not merely a responsibility, but one that can be exercised with fidelity to the rule of law and in the best interest of justice. It was for these reasons that we put machinery in motion to fill the available vacancies in the state judiciary in line with relevant laws. I therefore feel honored to have the privilege of swearing in the distinguished legal luminaries who have scaled through the rigorous constitutional procedures to have been appointed as new judges on the bench of the Ekiti State High Court. With the addition of the 5 new judges, I'm doubly convinced that the judiciary is strengthened, to be energized, and positioned for better, effective, and timely dispensation of justice. As our state continues to expand in every aspect of socio-economic indices, our courts have also correspondingly witnessed an increasing volumes of cases. This increase is a reflection of the socio-political maturity of our society, expanding commercial activities, and rising confidence of the citizens in the judicial process. While this is commendable, it has also placed considerable demands on the serving judges. This appointment and swearing in of the new judges today is therefore both timely and strategic, and there is no duty to complement the dedicated efforts of those already on the bench and by extension help to congest cut dockets, and expedite dispensation of justice. To get to this stage, each of our new judges have demonstrated exceptional competence and integrity. They hand their nominations and appointments to the High Court of the State on the strength of their competence, sound character, impeccable credentials, and invaluable experience in their respective areas of engagement. Their appointments are a testament to confidence in the judiciary that mirrors the values of the state as land of honor, ensuring justice is served without bias or favoritism. With this appointment, we have further strengthened the foundation of our legal system. Their dedication to upholding justice will undoubtedly enhance the confidence of the executive in our judiciary. Additionally, the appointments also reflect our commitment to gender balancing and equitable opportunity, as the state will remain committed to the ideas of inclusivity, fairness, and equality. To the newly appointed judges, this elevation is the call to service. You have been trusted with a sacred duty to uphold the Constitution, to act without fear of favor, affection, or ill will. I charge you to remain an example of equity, fairness, and do your work with integrity at the highest level. The standards of behavior and practice expected of judges are among the highest and most stringent all over the world. All eyes will be on you to dispense justice speedily, yet fairly, and impartially. You will be expected to live and act above boards in all circumstances. In your hand lies the great power, the power to punish wrongdoers and free the innocent, the power to send a strong message to the society about the supremacy of the rule of law, and to contribute to the growing bodies of jurisprudence in the country. These powers must be exercised with the utmost sense of care, fear of God, and responsibility. You must not only be efficient and fair, but it must also be seen to be efficient and fair by all. Let me place on record that our government has enjoyed tremendous support from the judiciary, led by his lordship, Honorable Justice Ado-Ekiti, the Honorable Chief Judge of the State, who constantly brings forward leadership that is second to none. On that part, the least we can do is to continue to ensure that we give the judiciary all the necessary support required to continue to administer justice impartially. We charge you to be the voice of the voiceless and the true last hope of the hopeless, the helpless and the powerless. Our people should never be made to imagine nor believe that justice is for the strong or the highest bidder. Ladies and gentlemen, I must place on record, personally, the contribution of our least judge, Justice John Oyebanji, who started this process. His wise counsel and guidance, even on the sick bed, contributed to the success of today's program. His soul continue to rest in peace. We are also grateful to the NJC for approving our recommendations without any issue. In conclusion, I want to, on behalf of the government and people of Ekiti State, once again congratulate the new judges on their well-deserved appointment. I want to extend these greetings to members of the judiciaries, families, and friends of the new judges. I appeal to friends and associates not to become props on the way of justice through corruptive influence and undue pressure. I wish the judiciary all the best, and good Lord continue to bless the Ekiti State. Thank you, Professor.
Earlier, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dayo Akpata, commended Governor Oyebanji on his various efforts repositioning the justice sector for effective service delivery, including an amendment of law for an increase in the statutory members' number of judges in the state. approval of a new national minimum wage for judicial staff, furnishing of 2 new courts within the High Court premises in Ado-Ekiti, as well as commencement of the construction of a new High Court complex in Ado-Ekiti, among others. The Attorney General expressed the gratitude of the Judiciary for the provision of 5 brand new to 2025 model SUV for each of the judges, adding that the executive under Governor Oyebanji has not in any way interfered with the affairs of the judiciary, but upholding the principle of separation of powers and safeguarding the independence of judiciary.
In line with its constitutional mandate, in year 2024, approved the appointment of 4 High Court judges for Ekiti State, and later increased the number to 5. Partial to the National Judicial Council guidelines on appointment of judges, the immediate past Chief Judge of Ekiti State, late Honorable Justice John Oyewale, initiated the process by seeking and obtaining the approval of His Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State, for the appointment of the new judges. This is premised on the provisions of Section 2712 of the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, which states, the appointment of a person to the office of a judge of a High Court of a state shall be made by the Governor of a state acting on the recommendation of National Judicial Council. Furthermore, and pursuant to the provision of Section 6A, Part 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the State Judicial Council Commission is conferred with the power to advise the National Judicial Council on suitable persons for nomination to the office of a judge of the High Court of a state. Moving forward, this was done by the State Judicial Service Commission in strict compliance with the National Judicial Council guidelines. To this end, the proposed appointment of Ado-Ekiti was widely publicized and made available to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, all heads of courts in Nigeria, judges of the Ekiti State High Court and Ekiti State Customary Court of Appeal, the 3 branches of the Nigerian Bar Association in Ekiti State, and relevant security agencies for necessary clearance. Nominations were received and the selection process progressed, taking cognizance to the National Judicial Council guidelines alongside the geographical spread of serving judicial officers in Ekiti State and candidates to be appointed from among the nominees, not also forgetting the issue of gender equality in line with the policy of the National Judicial Council. On January 13, 2026, the National Judicial Council approved and recommended 5 of the nominated candidates from Ekiti State to be sworn in as judges of Ekiti State.
Justice Ado-Ekiti, who responded on behalf of her colleagues, expressed appreciation to Governor Oyebanji for upholding the recommendations of the NJC and giving them the opportunity to serve as judges in the state. She said they remain grateful for privilege to serve the state in this capacity, promising to continue to discharge their duty with unwavering integrity, impartiality, and diligence, with commitment to administering justice without fear or favor.
I stand before you today, deeply humbled and profoundly honored to make these remarks on behalf of my learned brothers that are just taking oath of office. Let me begin by giving thanks to the Almighty God, the Lord of Lords, the Alpha and the Omega, for making today's occasion a reality. Your Excellency, sir, we are immensely grateful for the trust and confidence you have reposed in us. We are profoundly honored